Good morning, guys. Welcome to our morning coffee and chat.
You should reveal your cup.
Disappointing. No coffee. This Monday morning. I already finished my coffee, apparently.
He can have some of mine.
We want to sit down and answer some of your questions this morning.
And I think the first one is so appropriate because I was like kind of dragging my wagon this morning and Peter needs to take the car to get the oil changed or whatever's happening, and then he needs to edit while he's out, so we need to have this filmed before he goes to edit. The first question is, when you are having an off day, how do you get the motivation and stamina to pick up the camera and do a vlog or a video? And it's you guys. You're the reason I pick it up. I have friends who were viewers and now are friends. I have friends across the world who tell me, I watch your video every morning with my cup of tea, or I watch your video with my grandchildren every day, and it's such a great time that we all get to connect. And that is such an honor to us. Like when we first started doing this and people started commenting like, oh, thank you guys for making a vlog that is safe for kids, or it's family friendly or whatever. We just felt really honored by that because we didn't know people were gonna watch these videos. We made these for our friends and family, 6 years ago when we started. And now we know a glimpse of who we're making these for. We're making these for you guys. And we were actually talking about this the other day. This is the perfect time to ask you guys for this. We were talking the other day, we were like, I wonder who's watching our vlogs these days. And I said, hun, we should ask them.
Yeah, we feel like sometimes there's a revolving door of people watching our videos. Some of you have followed us for years, some of you are newer, and sometimes at any given moment I wonder what demographic and what person, and we don't like to like group it into a demographic, but like, what's your story? Who are you? And
yes.
If you've never commented on one of our videos and you watched them and you've never shared a bit about who you are, how you found our videos, or what got you watching our videos, leave a comment today so that we can have some of that motivation and reminder.
And it does so much to help us pick up the camera. Because it takes an extra little amount of energy to turn the camera on and try to be articulate and try not to just say, oh, hi guys,
And to touch on that question, there are a lot of days where we feel that lack of motivation to pick up the camera because it feels like, wow, today feels like yesterday and the day before, and how many days have we been doing this over? I wonder how many videos we have. We're coming up on, next month will be 6 years. So 6 times 365. That is 2,190 videos. We're not quite there, but we're probably around 2,000 videos, and
yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes it feels like we've done this before, but I think the reminders from you guys that it is the daily routine and mundane of life that we're able to meet you in and encourage you. And
I also think of people in positions like myself. So I think back to weeks in the hospital and just being able to have a constant, like, oh, whether it's I call my mom every morning and update her, or Peter and I sit in the evening and watch a show on the computer, these sorts of constants. And I have a few vloggers that I enjoy watching, and I know I've heard them talk about before, like, I feel like we're vlogging the same old thing, but they really are. It's reality TV that's not produced or overproduced. So I enjoy it for that reason. Like, I enjoy watching people cook that isn't like overly produced. And so when I feel like what Peter just said, oh, I feel like I've done this a million times. I feel like I've, you know, showed you guys what we got from Aldi, or what I've cooked, or what I'm cooking. But then I remember, so I really enjoy watching Nikki Philippi, and what I said to her one time was, when I watch your videos, I think I left this in a comment, when I watch your videos, it's my magazine, because some people get magazines and they like to look through the pictures and they read the articles and they get inspiration from the recipes, but I watch her videos as my magazine. I enjoy her little shots of her garden, or what she's cooking, or what she ordered from the grocery store, and that is like such an enjoyable little like bundle of inspiration, like, oh, maybe I should try cooking something like that. And so I've heard that from some of you guys, that you enjoy watching what we cook, even though we do it quite frequently these days. And so it gives me like, yeah, I enjoy watching it from other people. So I want to give you guys, if that's what you enjoy, then I'm gonna keep on filming cooking, and that gives me an idea. Yeah. I should film some meals today.
Well, I think it's just a reminder. I think sometimes it's good for us to sit down and film this question in this video, because it's a reminder to us that we're showing everyday life, and that might be mundane, that might be cooking, that might be like, and during this, especially, I think it's been a little bit of a existential vlog crisis during this coronavirus season, because it's like we're not getting out of the house. It feels very routine. And
so in that, we find a challenge, not only individually, but as vloggers or whatever, we find this challenge to say, how can we appreciate today for what it is? And that's extra highlighted when we're vlogging, because we're like, we've done this a million times, what are we supposed to film today? But we realize that those of you who are on our channel aren't here for the quick video edits. Like, I mean, he does an amazing job, but that's not who we are. We don't do those like super produced YouTube videos. You guys are here for the relationship. And one of the things I love is that because you guys choose to come on these journeys of even weeks in the hospital, when we in the past have said like, we're so surprised that you guys keep coming back every day, because we're literally in the same room and you're willing to be on this journey with us. Or here in quarantine, like, it's been 4.5 months, and we understand that that means you guys are here for the relationship, for it's not for the produced content. So because of that, it helps us know it's okay that we aren't doing anything exciting, and this year for my birthday we won't be indoor skydiving or anything like exciting and fun. Or I still think it'll be fun, but it won't be like that sort of thing. And it's like, that's okay, you guys aren't here for that.
I think, well, we're really going a long time on this question, but I think it surfaces a lot of things that are good reminders for all of us in the midst of life. I guess as we're talking about this, I'm thinking about what do we hope that they get from our videos? You know, what is the purpose of the Frey Life? And yes, this is getting very existential, and
I think that's good.
I think part of what motivates us and why we pick up the camera is to encourage you, no matter what you're walking through, no matter what challenges in life there are, that there is joy to be found, and that there is beauty and simplicity. I think that's one of the things that Mary and I hope comes across from our videos. And so in that, sometimes people ask, you know, in this question, like, what do you do? And it's sometimes hard for Mary and I to explain what we do here on YouTube, because if we say we're video creators on YouTube, that gives the perception that we're producing something, that we're producing these videos.
Well, we are.
We are, but at the heart of it, like Mary said, you aren't here for the video. You're here for the relationship, for the story, for being welcomed into our lives. In so many ways, the video production or video creating is simply the window into what we do. We're telling our story and inviting you to be part of it and to find encouragement and strength and joy in the journey.
And our journey, or our joy, is found in Jesus and nothing of ourselves. And you know, we've often gotten comments and people sending emails like, you guys, there is something just, you know, this unique joy that it's hard to figure out how you can have that in the midst of a life with a terminal illness. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that we just like, you know, conjure up in ourselves. That's not it. This comes from God.
Yeah, and in many ways, we view, like Mary said, it's kind of like this magazine where you have these glimpses of inspiration. We view what we do here on YouTube as an opportunity for us to share our story of finding joy in our faith, and that permeates into so much of our lives. And it's not like us explaining that, but simply living our lives here on camera and hoping that that can be an encouragement and a little glimpse into something bigger.
It's always so interesting when, so you guys are investing time that you decide to click on a video and watch it, and you learn a lot about our lives as we like open up and show things or share things or talk about things. But we don't always know a lot about you guys. And every once in a while, before the pandemic, if we would run into one of you guys, we'd often run into people at the hospital or just random places. And in those moments, you guys already know so much about us, and I love just saying like, tell me about who you are. Who are you? And like, how did you find our video? And like all of that. And it's just like this instant connection, because even though I didn't know you before this, I do know that I know some things about you. I know that you were willing to click on a video that was probably, well, maybe the Dollar Tree hacks. No, just like, you know, I could just tell that you are willing to be on a journey with some people with an uncomfortable story. You know, we often talk about that. We understand that the journey of watching a couple dealing with cystic fibrosis, just me, but both of us, it's not like an easy feel-good story all the time. But what we hope we can communicate is that yes, there is hard stuff. Yes, there are hard days with tears. You guys know that. We aren't afraid to show some of that. And yet, life has purpose and joy.
Yeah.
And so I do know that about you, but I love hearing the details of like who you are and what you do. So I think at the end of all this, it's basically a thank you and a call to, would you be willing to put in the comments just a little bit about yourself, just as much as you feel comfortable, or send us an email, or send me a instant message, or what's it called? Instagram private message,
direct message. I don't know.
Any of that, just send us something, because that is our fuel for picking this camera up. And we are so thankful that you guys enjoy these videos. We're so thankful to have this as a job. We're just thankful.
Yeah, and I think, isn't he cute? Thanks for
guys.
Tuning in, and
as always,
we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, Ollie boy. Yeah.